Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the previous meeting, we talked about the future value of annuity, and we differ between the ordinary annuity and the due annuity. And just the main difference between them, ordinary is paid at the ending of period, and this is at the beginning of the period. Today I'm going to talk about the present value annuity and its applications. Okay? So, what the present value annuity? The idea behind the present value annuity is receiving future payments or equidistant payments in the future, or receiving cash flows, regular cash flows in the future period of time. Okay? So the idea is how to calculate or how to estimate the present value of the future cash payments. And these future cash payments are coming regularly. So for instance, receiving $1,000 each year for 5 years. Okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years. So I'm going to calculate or to estimate the present value of these regular payments. Be careful, I'm talking about regular payments. So regular payments of cash flow streams to calculate the present value. So what is the present value of these cash flow payments today? Or what is the present value of today? There are some applications on the present value annuity. One of the common application is loans amortization. So today I'm going to talk about how to calculate the present value annuity and about the loan amortization. So our focus today on these two things. So the present value of an ordinary annuity measures the value today of a stream cash flows, regular cash flows, occurring in the future or are coming in the future. For example, we will compute the present value of ordinary annuity if we wish to answer the questions, what is the value today or lump sum equivalent of receiving $3,000 every year for the next 30 years? If the interest rate is 5%. Just to picture this problem, what I recommend you to do is to use the margin like this. And you try to write down some data related to the question. So what is the value today? What is the value today? It means the present value. So I'm asking about what is the present value. I don't know what is the present value. Is the value today or lump sum equivalent of receiving $3,000? So we are receiving payments $3,000 every year. In the previous section, we talked about we receive only one payment in the next 5 years. But in this case, we receive payment every year. Careful. Try to understand when I apply annuity and when I apply the one single payment. So this is annuity because every year, for the next 30 years, it means M is equal 30. If the interest rate is 5%, if I is equal 5%. So I'm asking about the present value. So how we can sort this out, we can apply this equation, present value is equal payments, in the brackets, use this. So 1 minus 1 divided 1 plus I raised to the power n divided by I and close the brackets. Okay? So again, the present value is equal to payments. This is the payment. The regular payments within the brackets 1 minus 1 divided 1 plus I is the interest rate, which is here 5%, raised to the power n is the number of years, or the number of periods, which is, in this case, is 30 divided by I. Okay? So how we can do this? Okay, the present value is equal. Payment is $3,000. 1 minus 1. 1 plus I is 0.05 raised to the power 30 divided by 0.05. What I observe when I'm marking the exams, some students, they write down the equations and they put the numbers properly, but the problem, they don't know how to use the calculator. So be careful. Train yourself on using your calculator. Okay, so give the answer, please. We can use the Excel sheet. Okay? Use the calculator, and I will use the Excel sheet at the same time. Please, all of the students, try to apply this equation. R is 5. Okay, so what is the result? Wait.
معي 4600. ايوه
وحده. شو؟
ما تشوف. 4611.7.
Okay. See the answer. Okay, I will do it again. So you have the present value. You don't know the present value. The payment is 33,000, so it is 3,000. Okay. We have I is the interest rate is 5%, so this is 5%, and N is the number of payments or the number of periods, which is 30. Okay. So we want to calculate the present value. As I said, from my experience in marking the exams, around 60% of the students, they don't know how to use the calculator, unfortunately. And this is when I observe. I had my calculator and see where is the problems of the students. They write down the equations, they put the figures right, but the problem is how to apply these equations in. So I recommend you to try to train yourself. Do it 1 time, 3 times, 10 times in order to digest how to use the calculator. This is very important. Okay? If you don't know, just drop yourself in my office and come and I will show you how it works. Okay? So please. So in order to calculate the present value by using Excel sheets, just do it equal, and this is present value. And you have the boxes here. The rate, which is the interest rate, is 5%. the number of periods is 30, which is in here, and the payment is $3,000, and this is the answer. So we have 46,117. How many students get the answer? Yes, this is excellent. And what about the others? They tried. Okay, play. Yeah. Try to train yourself. So this is the formulas. Try to picture this formula. Okay, let's go to the figure 6.2 shows the lump sum equivalent of 2,106 of receiving $500 per year for the next 5 years at an interest rate of 6%. Okay, we talk about this and we talk about this. Okay, you see the present value of annuity, as I discussed, this is the main equation, and again this is the payment, this is present value, and I is the interest rate, and M. This is in case we are using annuity or we are using annual payments. I may ask you to calculate based on the weekly basis or monthly basis or quarterly basis. And in previous chapter I showed you how we can convert from annual payment to the segment payments. Okay, see this example here. The present value of an ordinary annuity. Your grandmother has offered to give you $1,000 per year for the next 10 years. You try to use the streamline. And you observe this. And this is. Try to use the streamline. Your grandmother has offered to give you $1,000 per year for the next 10 years. So it means this is the future payments. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So we have $1,000 for each year till 10 years. And what is the present value of this 10-year? 1,000 annuity discounted back to the present at 5%. So is I here is 5%, N is 10, payment is 1,000. So we want to calculate the present value. Okay, try to use in your exam or in your homework, try to use this picture. So we have payments 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We have 10 payments. So 10 payments and 5%. Okay, try to use your calculator again. To remind you what the formula is, the present value is calculated by the payment. Open the 1 minus 1 divided 1 plus I raised to the power n divided by I. Okay, so, and I will use the Excel sheet to show you how it works. Just copy this and put it here. Okay, before see the answer, please, what is the answer before? 7,721.7. Okay, how many students get this answer? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we have 12 out of 30. So what about the rest? So if the 12 are right, so we have around 40%. 40%. What about the 60%? Okay? So please next time bring your calculator with you. Okay? And do it. Okay, so $1,000. See, $1,000. 5%. 5% and 10 time. Yes. So it is 7,721.73. Okay? So double check your answer. Okay. Any question before moving to the next? See the answer here. As we did here, the same things, using calculator and using the Excel sheet. Now, see this is the second one. The second one, what is the present value of annuity? What is the present value of annuity of $10,000 to be received at the end of each year of 10 years? 10 years, given at a 10% discount. The same thing, we are asking about the present value of annuity. So this is, again, this is just to remind you, this is a present value for annuity. Okay? Apply this equation. Apply the same concept. Okay? So in here, the payment, what is the payment? 10,000. And the number of time is 10 years, and I is 10%. Apply this equation, please. Huh? 61,000. 445.6. Okay, see in Excel how this. Okay, you do the same. Okay. So the payment is 10,000. So we have 10,000 and 10% and 10 years.
Yes.
Is this right? If it is right, so we have the answer 61,445.67. Okay? Double check your answer. Okay? Now, one of the main applications on the present value annuity, the loans amortization. Loans amortization, it means if you go to the bank and asking to get loan, for instance, to buy car or house, and you agree with the bank on the value of the loan. Let's say the value of the loan is $10,000. Okay. Now you have to pay off this loan. To pay off this loan. Paying off this loan by using regular payments. So you have to pay the bank regular payments. For instance, pay $500 each year till you are paying off all of your installments. Till this $10,000 plus I, the interest rate is equal 0. At the end of the period, the loan is equal 0. So we don't have future value. The future value in this case is equal 0 because you are paying off all of the installments. So you are starting the $60,000, your loan, and paying off this $60,000. Be careful. If you sum the number of payments or the payment, it doesn't equal $60,000 because the installments includes a portion of the $60,000 and I is the interest rate of the loan. So this is the idea of the amortizing loan. An amortized loan is a loan paid off in equal payments. Consequently, the loan payments are an annuity. We may pay them off monthly, weekly, quarterly, or annually. Okay? So, for example here, home mortgage loans, auto loans. Home mortgage loans, if you buy a house by using loans and you want to pay them off by using mortgage. This is one example of amortized loans. In an amortized loan, the present value can be thought of as the amount borrowed. As I said here in this case, $60,000. $60,000 is the value of the house, for instance. And we want to pay them off in regular payments. Can be thought of as the amount borrowed, and the number of payments is the number of periods the loan lasts for. So at the end of the period, you cover the $60,000. So it will be equal 0. And I is the interest rate. I, the interest rate that we discount these payments. So we should know I. I is the interest rate per period. Future value takes on 0. As I explained to you, because at the end of the period here, you are paying off all of the payments, or all of the due payments. So the loan will be paid off after n periods. And payment is the loan payment that is made. Take this example here. Suppose you plan to get a $9,000 loan from a furniture dealer. So what is the value of the loan here? 9,000. So here is 9,000. If you go back again, just to remind you with this margin and use it in your exam as well. Okay? In this margin here, what we have payments is equal $9,000. At 18%, so I is 18%. With an annual payment that you will pay off in over 5 years. So we have N is, sorry, payment is not here. Here it is the present value. I is 18%, N is number of payments, 5. Okay? And we want to calculate the payments. We don't know the payments. We don't know the payments. So just to formulate things, consider the formula is the present value is equal payments. Within the brackets, we have 1 minus 1 divided 1 plus I raised to the power n divided by I. Be careful here. Before answering this question, be careful. This is the payments, okay? And this is the present value factor annuity, okay? And here is the present value. So the present value is equal to payment times the present value factor annuity, okay? It's clear now. In this case, we know the present value, we know the factor, but we don't know the payments. Okay? You have either use present value payments, in this case is equal the present value divided by 1 minus 1 divided 1 plus I raised to the power n, okay, divided by I. You can use this formula, for instance, or you can directly use this formula. You either use this one or use this one. Okay, so in this case, the payments is equal, the present value is 9,000, divided 1 minus 1 divided 1 plus I is 18%, raised to the power n is 5, divided by 18%. Okay, so just very simple, do mathematical things. Sorry? The result is 2,878.1. Okay, let me double check your answer. How many students guess this answer? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so 9 students. Okay, please don't take too much time in the exam on these things, because what exactly I'm doing in the when I calculate the time. For instance, if I did this 30 seconds, I times 30 seconds by 5. So 30 seconds by 5, we have 150 seconds. 150 seconds is equal to 2 minutes and a half, approximately. So the standard time for you is 2.5 minutes, which is 5 times of me. 5 مرات أكثر مني. يعني إذا أنا باخذ 30 ثانية أنتوا حضرب 30 ثانية ب5 150. You don't have justification to say, oh, we don't have time. No, I know how to calculate these things. So don't waste your time in how to use. Don't train yourself using the calculator in the exam. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Okay? Please. Because everything is calculated. Okay? So now, by using Excel sheet, the same thing or the same concept in here. In the Excel sheet, let's read what we don't know. We don't know the payments. Okay, let's remove the payments. Okay? So the present value in here is 9,000. Just write down this is 9,000. And this is 9,000. I is 18%. And we have 5 payments. Okay, so how we do this, just write payment. And this is, the function is payment, P and T. Rate is 18%. And number of periods is 5 times. And the present value is 9,000. And get the answer. This is the answer. Just try to change this.
Yes.
So we have $2,878. Okay? So if you don't have this answer, please try to think on some courses how to use your calculator. Okay? So any question? No? Yes? Yes or no?
No.
No. Okay. Why it is in Salib? Why it is negative? Yes. Why it is negative? Because the formulas. Now you think. What do you think? This is cash outflow or cash inflow, from your point of view. Inflow. If it is inflow, just very simple. Just do it like this. Again, let's ask you careful. This is cash inflows or cash outflow? Very simple question. You said it is inflow. You said inflow?
It's payment.
It is payment. So it is payment. So it is cash outflow. So because it is a cash outflow, it is minus. Because cash is out of your business or is leaking from your business or you paid them off. This is why it is minus. Very simple. If you think this is positive, very simple. Just do this by plus, observe. If this is a plus or minus, see the sign. Did you see the sign? It's how you think, whether this is cash outflow or this is cash inflow from your point of view. Okay, so it's fine?
Yeah.
Any question? Okay, so try to train yourself. Okay, and next meeting come and bring your calculator, because I observe some students that don't have calculators. Okay, ونشوفكم إن شاء الله next Monday.